Hello and welcome to yet another Linux podcast. Today we will be continuing the journey of Altair and Desmond. So we last left off with Al-Mualim stabbing Altair and him somehow surviving that. And now
Preparation is crucial to your success.
Right. And now we are demoted. Bumped all the way down to novice. And we've got our first mission of sorts, which is to find out who else, or rather who was the traitor in Masyaf. That's right. Okay, now I did have someone comment that my GPU load is acting weird the last time on my last video. I found out that it kind of is because of OBS.
Safety and peace, Altair.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Asassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor.
Yes, begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
Yeah, as I was saying, someone commented that my GPU is acting weird. It's mostly because of OBS recording in the background. The CPU has a little more load on it, so there is a slight performance drop compared to when running without OBS running in the background. But it's not a lot, and we can see that my CPU is actually running at its rated speeds of 3.5 gigahertz. I've switched. Last time I was using the schedule governor, now I'm using the performance governor. So my temperatures are a bit high, 101 degrees Celsius on the CPU, 78 degrees on the GPU, but they're not thermal throttling as far as I can tell. No, they're not. The CPU is running at pretty much full tilt. The GPU also, it bumps around a lot. The load bumps around a fair amount, but that's fairly indicative of how MangoHUD pulls the GPU. This game isn't really that well optimized for AMD graphics. Rather, it's running on Proton with Vulkan and everything else. There is bound to be some overhead. Okay, to go to the village market. Sit. I have to lock one. And then we go in.
I know what I saw. Musoon opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Mualim.
I can't. Masoon did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
But the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then
Okay,
speak to the
maybe.
Weaver. He can name Masun's accomplice.
He's disappeared, hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
Okay, so brightness, playing with lowered brightness probably wasn't the best thing when all I can see is a black hood, but oh well. The rest of the game looks actually pretty good. That's how shadows are supposed to work. The shadow qualities in this game are actually pretty cool. I mean, you get slight dimming because of clouds passing over the sun. The whole view, yeah, see, the whole view gets darker as you go above a tree. Shadows and reflections actually work pretty well in this game.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this
Get
about the letter?
into the light.
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
Pickpocketing is a little tricky actually. Or rather, it's been a while since I've played this game, so.
Look, what is he doing?
I see the way you look at me. Hear the things you say. A traitor! I'm not a traitor! It's Al-Mualim who's the...
Yeah, I have to go to Asassin, who's near the cypress tree. Yeah, there he is.
You'll see. Soon, all your eyes will be opened to the truth. We stand upon the threshold between this world and a new one. A better place where all might live as equals. But men like Al-Mualim would see this dream destroyed. Today's attack was but the first. And more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
Follow him to a secluded space and then beat him till he speaks. Get there to that secluded spot, and now we punch him.
was unwise. Someone should die.
Enough! I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide. It's Al-Muallim who will judge.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You stand accused of betraying our Brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die. You did well, Altair, and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed. Soon enough, we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child. We've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the Crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damascus. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall.
Damascus.
Be sure to visit the city's Assassin Bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafiq of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
If you believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission. It's a waste of time.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made. You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
There we finally get his handsome face. Rank 1 memory. So we get our sword and our hidden blade.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Okay, press and hold the right mouse button to deflect attacks. There we go.
Perfect. The work of a master. That, my students, is how we all should fight.
You will die!
Okay, exit the tutorial. Yes.
You must be busy. I understand.
Stand. Thank you. Now, where's the exit? There we are. Right, Damascus with one of my favorite Rafiqs.
He's going to hurt himself.
You'll hurt someone at best. How reckless can one get?
Alright, but since I've started a new game,
What is that man doing?
we'll take the white horse. Yeah, since this is a new game, I have to go through the kingdom, which is basically the sort of no man's land between Masyaf, Damascus, and Jerusalem. I wonder what the actual distance is between Masyaf and Damascus.
Jar carriers can easily break your cover.
Right. There's a Templar there. Okay, we scale the viewport, or rather the viewpoint. There we have it, the panoramic viewpoint. One out of 12 viewpoints reached within the kingdom. Buffet. Back on the horse. South. Yeah. That's Masyaf. I'd have to take the left and go to Damascus. I hate it when that happens. Yes, I know I can set my own GPS markers on the map. Yeah, Damascus to the left, Acre to the right.
Yeah!
Right, so do sound off in the comments. Okay, now I'll talk when I get to Damascus. Or maybe not. Yeah, do sound off in the comments if you like me playing this way, or if you would prefer I play with a higher brightness. I do actually think this looks a lot better. Then playing it with a higher brightness, I mean the shadows and the lighting effects are more pronounced. Okay. Where's my horse? I have to blend and get back to my horse. To think that I suppose I could have just killed these full guards, but nah. Get back on the horse.
Stop him! Chase him down!
Let's just power through this as fast as I can. There's my exit and entry to Damascus. There we go.
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your pursuers.
They don't make cities like this anymore. With nice big, thick, fortified walls.
God has forsaken you. Help! I need help! Please, anyone! We can do whatever we Don't hurt me, please!
Way hacked.
Filthy heretic! I'll have your head!
This is a waste of your time.
Can't wait till I get the counter kills back.
He's not the last of them. I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Who could have done such a thing?
Yeah. You just spoke to me and you're already asking
Like
who
what
could
you
have
see?
done such a thing.
Tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchant stalls? That won't happen here.
There we go.
Everything's perfectly right. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer. Finest wares in all the land.
The right place. There's no better merchant than I. Want a bargain? I'm your man. Come, come.
You won't find better prices anywhere. Come see what I have to offer. Everything's good. My good people, your search has come to an end. I've anything anyone could possibly need.
Okay.
Come,
Exit the
people.
blend
Come see
here.
what I have to offer.
Now, I need to get to the Assassin's Bureau.
You'll find everything here.
Tired of shopping goods? Then come see me. My merchandise is without fear.
I have exactly what you need. You want it? I've got it. Come on, come
Okay,
on.
there's a viewpoint.
I've much to sell. The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this.
Not find better items anywhere else. I swear it. You there? Yes, you. Come, come. See what I have to offer. Foolish old man.
Let's save
You
another
something to
citizen.
say?
Hurt me, please.
Ughraban Wazir.
I'll have your head now.
Maybe you have no doubt, but you've already lost.
Infidel, die! I'll take you down.
He's a murderer!
Guards over here.
He's not the last of them. I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
This is an ear opener.
Okay. Please tell me they're going. Somewhere where I can go. Okay, no. Let's get to the pickpocket.
Make room.
Come on, come on! I've much to sell!
Do you understand?
Yes, I am to deliver the letter to your merchant friend.
And you know who to see?
The same man as always.
Do not think to betray my presence in this city. We have many eyes, many ears.
And many arms, yes. Good for silencing those who say too much. I know this well. You have my word.
Good. Then be quick about it. Time is short.
Could I interest you in business? No? Well, there's more. Much more.
To stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist. We must push back. I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours.
Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that!
Odd. Why would he do that?
You'll find everything here, my friend.
What did he
There's
do?
nothing I do not have. Good day, my friend. If there's anything I can help you with, anything at all, do tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchant stalls? That won't happen
You
here.
are filth!
Okay, after I get to the Assassin's Bureau, I'm gonna end the game because
Come on! I've much to sell! I'll have your hand for that!
You need something?
What's wrong with him?
Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that!
He came across the Saracen leader and his starving men. Most fortunate for them both, each having something the other wanted. As Tamir drove his...
Alright.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your...
We're in the Assassin's Bureau.
Altair, it is good to see you, and in one piece.
You as well, friend.
I'm sorry for your troubles.
Think nothing of it.
A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact. Oof, if you'd heard the things they said, I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood.
It's quite all right.
Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you?
Is that all?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget myself. What business brings you to Damascus?
A man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it. Now tell me where to find him.
Surely you remember how to track an enemy.
Of course. Learn where he will be and when. But that sort of work is best left for... I understand.
Go and search the city, determine what he's planning and where he works. Preparation makes the victor.
What can you tell me of him?
Tamir makes his living as a black market merchant, so the souk district should be your destination. I would suggest you seek out the following places. A small souk northeast of here, the madrasa to our east, and in the gardens north of this bureau. Focus on these places and he should become well known to you.
I assume you want me to return to you when this is done.
Yes. Come back to me. I'll give you Al-Muallim's marker and you'll give us Tamir's life.
As you wish.
Remember, Altair, if you find yourself in trouble and the city turned against you, return to the bureau. I can shelter you from the storm. Be warned though, if your enemies are too close, my door will remain closed until you've lost them. Do you understand?
Yes. To bring the enemy inside would compromise the Brotherhood.
Very well. Off you go.
Okay, anyway, so that was Assassin's Creed. Up to the part where we have to search for Tamir. Okay. So yes, do please like, share and subscribe. What's my temperatures at now? Okay, they're still pretty high. Let's put this back onto the power save profile. There we go. And now my laptop can cool down a bit. It's okay, it's warm, but it's not uncomfortably hot to the touch. Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, please like, share and subscribe. I have a Patreon account if you wish to support me there. The links will be in the description. And I will catch you in the next video where we hopefully will be able to assassinate Tamir.